am Jill Baird, and today I have an all on the floor strength workout. So if you're needing a little extra motivation, a little nudge to get started, you can tell yourself that this is the lazy person workout because it's all on the floor. And then once you've started, you're not going to want to stop. See the little mind games I play with myself? So for this workout, you're going to need one medium set of dumbbells. If you have access to a heavier set and a lighter set, you might want both. For the sake of filming and timing, I'm using just a 10-pound set. And then one block or a medicine ball if you have it, but if you don't need it, it's okay. Please warm up before you start this workout. You don't want to let your body down by burning it out or hurting it. Warm up. This workout is only 25 minutes. So I have several short warm-ups on my channel. I linked the playlist, I think it's over here, up above here and down below in the description. We have 3 circuits. Each circuit has 4 exercises. We're going to work for 30 seconds, 10 seconds to transition between exercises, and we're going to complete each circuit 3 times. I believe there's 30 seconds rest between circuits, but if you need more, that's the beauty of the recorded workout. You press pause, you drink your water, you walk around, you do what you need to do, and then you jump right back in. Okay, I'm going to hit the timer, and we're going to get started on our knees with a hammer curl for 30 seconds. So a little nifty trick I like to do is bring this block between my thighs. It forces my glutes and my inner thighs to engage. And a hammer curl, palms face forward. We bring the head of the dumbbell to the top of the shoulders. So I could probably lift heavier here, although taking the lower body out in terms of standing definitely brings the focus entirely to the biceps. So if you have a lighter set of weights, you can go a little bit faster as long as you're working with good form. Second move is an elevated push-up with the right hand on the block or on one of your dumbbells. So from your knees or from your toes, you want to just bring the right hand to the block or the dumbbell and perform your push-up as you normally would. So if I was standing over you or you were standing over me watching this exercise being performed, my body would look like an arrow or an airplane where my elbows come out at 45 degrees and my head is the top of the arrow point, or the front of the airplane. Okay, we're going to do an overhead tricep extension. Tailbone draws down towards the mat, exhaling to press and inhale to lower. Keep those elbows squeezed in, so biceps by the ears, they tend to want to peel out towards the sides, but then we don't work into our triceps. I think 10 pounds is plenty heavy. I can't believe I was thinking about going heavier. Okay, since we did the push-up on the right, we're going to do the elevated push-up on the left. So legs are engaged. What that means is I'm squeezing my quads to lift my kneecaps. My glutes are squeezed. And remember, you can come onto your knees at any time to do this. I'm pretty certain that at some point in this workout, I will be making my way down onto my knees since this is quite a lot of push-ups. And I want you to do good reps. I'd rather that you do fewer really good crisp reps than a bunch of bad reps. Okay, back to the hammer curls. And you don't have to squeeze the block between your legs. I like it. It activates my glutes and inner thighs. And try not to let those dumbbells swing back beyond your butt and your hips. They only lower to your hips and then come back up. Okay, back to the push-up. on the right. So I'm going to start on my toes, and if I start to struggle, I'm going to come down to my knees. Inhaling as I lower, and exhaling to press up. So I am not letting my legs off the hook here. I am squeezing my legs. My core is working. My chest is most definitely working. My triceps are working. All right. Speaking of triceps, back to those overhead extensions. And yes, I did plan this on purpose, although I am questioning my sanity at this moment. But it's only 30 seconds. It's only 3 rounds. We are stronger than we think. If the 2 dumbbells feels like too much, you can always put one of them down. Keep that core engaged, front ribs down, drawing down. I am shaking, I don't know if you can see that. Okay. Push-ups, left hand on the block. All right. Remember, making that arrow or airplane, the cockpit and the wings with the head and the elbows. Remember, if you need to take a break between reps, take a break between reps. I'd rather see good reps than you trying to knock out a bunch of bad reps that injure your shoulders. Okay, final time through this first circuit. Last set, best set. Hammer curls. Okay, last round of push-ups. Shake those shoulders out. Right hand is going to be on the block or the dumbbell. All right, I am going to go down to 1 dumbbell for the tricep press because I felt like I was wrenching my neck a little bit. So I'm just going to do more reps. Squeeze at the top. It actually makes it easier to work, like keep those biceps in line with the ears. Don't worry, my triceps are still on fire if you're using both dumbbells and wanted to know. Woo! Okay, push up on the left. My chest, my triceps are on fire. We're gonna go down onto our backs in the next circuit, so we're gonna give ourselves a little break. So, 45-degree angle with the elbows. There's a lot of push-ups. It's okay, we're tough. Squeeze the legs, squeeze the butt. Oh my gosh, my arms are shaking. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, I came down to my knees. You can get rid of the block. So the next 4 exercises, we're going to start with 2 on our backs, and then we're going to be in a quadruped position, which means hands and knees for the other 2. So the first exercise is going to be, we're up in a glute bridge, and it's a reverse grip chest press. And then the second move is going to be a chest fly, and then I'll get us going in the other moves. Okay, we're on in 1 second. Heels in towards the glutes. Magnetize the knees in towards one another. And then this is a supinated grip, so the palms are facing your face. Continue squeezing your glutes. So it's total body. Okay, and now we're going to come into a chest fly. So the elbows are bent, and we bring the heads of the dumbbells in towards one another. If you want to make it a little bit harder, you can tabletop the knees. It brings the core a little bit more into the equation. Inhaling as you open with control, and exhaling as you squeeze the dumbbells in towards one another. Okay, now we're on our hands and knees. We only need one of the dumbbells. I'm going to have it in my right hand. I'm going to extend my left leg back behind me, and I'm going to row, join me, the right dumbbell as I squeeze my left glute and lift my left leg. So row the dumbbell to the hip. Look out in front of you. Okay, same thing on the other side. So the right palm is grounded underneath the right shoulder. Right leg is extended. Toes tucked back towards the knee. And then use the glute to lift the right heel in line with the right glute. And then row your elbow towards the wall behind you as you bring that dumbbell towards the back pocket. Okay, back on our backs for the reverse grip row. Option to be up in that glute bridge. So low back, glute to the mat. Press into the heels to come up. And then hug the inner thighs in towards one another. This is another place where you could use a block to really recruit the inner thigh muscles and the core. All right, back to that chest fly. We're on in 3 seconds. I'm going to tabletop my knees. So in case you haven't noticed, there's really nothing lazy about this workout. It's actually quite challenging. If you want to make this move even harder, you can lift your head and shoulders off the mat. Keep your chin in towards your chest. Gaze towards your belly button. But that's just adding another layer. Okay, put the dumbbells down. Carefully make your way onto your hands and knees. Dumbbell in the right hand. Extend the left leg back. And we're going to row with the dumbbell and lift the leg. Working back, upper back. We're starting the squeeze at that spot between the shoulder blades. Core. Working the left arm as it supports us. And of course, the glute and the back of the leg on the left. Okay, other side. And come onto your knees for a second. Shake your arms out. Dumbbell in the left hand. Right leg extended. And then we have one more round. Go ahead and put that dumbbell over on the right. Come onto your back. Legs ready for the glute bridge. And then the supinated grip press with the palms facing back. So working the pecs just a little bit more here than a traditional chest press. And then adding on to that with our chest fly. So imagine that you were squeezing that block, or grab the block and bring it between your inner thighs. And notice how your glutes really fire, your core fires. All right, last round of this chest fly. Get that low back glued to the mat. Tabletop the legs. And I am going to lift my head, neck, and shoulders. If you want to make it harder, you can work the legs in the direction of straight. So thinking hollow hold. Squeeze at the top. Pull that belly button back towards the spine. Okay, put the dumbbells down. Come into the tabletop. We're gonna, oh man, can you see that sweat angel I have there? High five, buddy. Okay, left leg extends. This is our last 2 exercises of this round. And then we're moving into the final round. Boy, it's hot. Okay, shake the arms out. I'm not gonna lie, my arms are a little shaky. Come back into that tabletop, extend the right leg this time, row on the left. Make sure that that belly button stays pulled back towards your spine, and there's a slight tuck under in your pelvis. So we're decreasing the space between the top of our hips slightly and our low ribs. It's just a very tiny tweak to keep that low back safe. And then gaze forward. I caught myself gazing back. Okay, we have a 30-second break. And then we have our last 4 exercises. The first is going to be a kneeling squat overhead press. So using the glutes, the back chain of the body. Then we're going to come into a half kneeling chop. And then we're going to have a seated bent arm lateral raise. And then the kneeling chop on the other side. So let's get up into that kneeling position with those dumbbells on the shoulders. So we're using that press of the glutes to help us press the dumbbells overhead. Okay, so that half kneeling chop, I'm going to bring my left knee forward, and I'm going to start with the dumbbell at my right hip, and I'm going to bring it to my left shoulder. And then once you have the hang of it, you can go a little bit faster, and just like with those hammer curls, don't let the dumbbell come back behind your hip. Squeeze that right glute. Of course, the left glute is engaged as well. So working our core here, a little bit of cardio. Okay, now we're into that seated bent arm lateral raise. So legs are straight, arms by the side, lift and lower. So notice I have a little bend in my knees. It helps to support my low back. But you could have your legs straight. So working to bring the elbows in line with the shoulder. I think I'm gonna have to go lighter on this one next round. Okay, back to the kneeling overhead press. So rack the dumbbells, hips back onto the heels, and then squeeze the butt and press. Oh shoot, I forgot the kneeling on the other side. Okay, we're gonna have to bring that in. Happens to the best of us, I am human. Okay, so the right knee is gonna come forward. We'll just have to end with an extra one. And I'm gonna bring the dumbbell to the left hip and chop. I thought that was going a little bit fast. We'll get back on track with this round. We'll go directly into the right side chop, and then to that bent arm lateral, and then back into this side. So a little bit out of order, but it's okay. I'm human. Oh my God, secret's out. I'm human. Okay, other side now. So dumbbell comes to the right hip and over the left shoulder. And then we'll do the bent arm lateral raise, and we'll come back to the kneeling chop on the opposite side. And then we'll be even. All right, back to that seated lateral raise. So move away the fleshy part of your buns. Oh, I said I was gonna shoot. Oh well, I was going to grab lighter weights. I guess I'm not. You can always do one arm at a time if you need. I think that's what I'll do here. So keep those shoulder blades hugged in towards one another and drawing down towards as if you had pockets. Okay, so now the kneeling chop. My right leg forward again, left knee bent. So I'm gonna go left hip, don't let it go back behind it, right shoulder, and then we'll be back on track with all 4 exercises for our final round. Don't despair, I've got us covered. You don't need to do the thinking, I'm doing it for us. Yikes. That's not true, you do need to do the thinking because only you can be in your own body and only you knows what works for your body. So I'm here making all these suggestions, but if they don't work, then don't do them. All right, rack the dumbbells back to that kneeling press. So if you have bad knees, you could just do a standing press here. Probably should have said that first round. Another example of why you need to do the thinking for you. But if you have bad knees, you really do need to explore the why behind the bad knees. Is there something biomechanical that's going on? Or did you have an accident, in which case, you know, you're gonna need to make modifications. Okay, left knee is elevated, right knee is on the ground. My right glute has some extra engagement, and then my core stops the dumbbell at the bottom and at the top. I forgot I left the garage door propped open a little bit. Well, the big garage door, this is the one garage, and then the other side has 2. People that are walking by are probably like, what is that crazy woman doing in there? We knew she was crazy, but Now she's out there talking to herself. All right, single arm, bent arm lateral raise. So working into our core, a little extra than we would be standing alone, standing by itself. And then I will not forget the hay bale wood chop on the other side, since it will be our last move. Okay, so my right leg is forward this time. I am stopping the weight at my left hip, so I've squeezed that left glute extra tight. And I know it doesn't look like much, but let me know tomorrow what you think. When your obliques are killing you and you're like, what did I do? Oh yeah, thanks, Jill. Whew, and that, my friends, is the end of our workout. Be sure to cool down. If you don't have a favorite stretching routine that you like to do, I thought I hit it on time. I have linked several below, one up above, that I think would be perfect to get your body stretched and recovered after this workout. Please join me back here soon. If you have a request, please let me know in the comments below. I try to come up with new, unique workouts all the time, but you know, sometimes you might have an idea. Let me know. All right, friends, I will see you back here really soon. Thank you for working out with me. I appreciate it. Bye.